Well, it's Sunday afternoon, and the head of school job can occasionally be lonely. So I'm really excited that there are going to be two heads at some point, a little this spring and especially next fall. I want to introduce someone who needs no introduction to most students on campus. It's Ole Scott, and he's going to
Hello?
be head for a day this spring and next year. So I think of this as two heads are better than one. Ole, your
They are.
parents were very generous last spring to bid on head for a day. Why do you think they bid head for a day? I'm suspicious that they think you can do the job better than I can do the job.
Well, we did bid on it and we won. And we bid on it because we are revolutionaries and we're looking to take over the school.
The
We
whole
were.
family or just you?
Oh, the whole family.
Okay, okay. Well, one of the important things when you're head for a day is to be able to drive a golf cart. Do you know how to drive a golf cart, Ole?
I do know how to drive one. I actually learned on a golf course.
All right, then you're equipped with that skill. Well, when you are head for a day, what are you looking forward to doing?
I'm looking to overthrow you in a spectacular way and free the students from the shackles that you and the teachers have put on them.
Wow, that's more ambitious. Sometimes kids just hope to like give a dress down day or something. Um,
Nah, I'm
well,
not for that.
well, rather than just head for one day, if you were permanent head for the day only, what would you do to make the school a better place for students?
There's a couple things that I'd think to do. I would give the middle school students longer recesses, especially snack recesses, because actually, not just because I'm going to sixth grade, but when I'm outside in recess, I see the middle school students, they go back inside very quickly for snack recess. So I think they should get about 20 to 30 minutes of recess. I think that's just a good idea. I would also make the soccer fields just a bit better in terms of grass. Just I know you guys have like really worked hard on that and the grass just doesn't seem to be growing, but I think we try to make them playable once again. And I for at least the 5th grade, because this year we only have art class once a week.
Uh,
I think it should be at least two.
got it. So only one art class, soccer fields with not enough grass, and a short recess are the type of shackles you want to throw off the kids, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, good. That'll take care of the students. If you were permanent head, Oli, what would you do to make the school a better place for teachers?
Um, I think I would change the teachers' lounge around a bit. So, um, I would think it could have some windows.
Mm-hmm.
And we could start a fundraiser to, make it like a little more luxurious.
Well, I
I don't
think that
know.
would
I
make
just think that would be a benefit for the teachers because they
that would
work.
make you very, very popular with the teachers, Oli. Now, how about if you were permanent head, what would you do to make the school a better place for parents?
So I thought about this one a lot. And I came up with this. I would provide a coffee cart for the parents, for sporting events and while they're playing on the playground with their kids. And the school could make some money off of this. The profit margin is incredible. A cup of coffee costs about 16 cents to make. You
What could
could
you sell it?
charge
What could you sell it for?
at least $1. You would be making an incredible amount of money very soon because you're like a lot of the parents, they want coffee. So
Sure.
if you're selling a cup of coffee for $1, 50, you're making $1.34.
Good idea. You know what you might be able to do is even sell it for more on a really cold day.
Yeah, like $2,
Yeah,
$2.50. People will pay for that. It's like hot
great.
chocolate to a kid.
Okay, now there's a problem. When you're head for a day temporarily, like this fall, what would you do if one of your very good friends got in trouble and
And
had to
like
go
got
like,
sent to Mrs. Coin's office.
exactly.
Well, for this one, I don't really have any say in this. I mean, I am the head of school in this situation, but if a person is sent to Mrs. Coins, then it's probably for good reason, unless the teacher's being very unreasonable, which doesn't usually happen. So, I mean, they probably should get to stay in Mrs. Coin's office because it's probably for good reason that they're being sent there.
I think that's a smart answer. So if you're going into sixth grade, you want the sixth grade teachers to think they're very fair and they wouldn't pick on somebody. Very, very smart, Oli. Okay, now more important, if you were permanent head for a day, what kind of ice cream would you serve for free in the dining room every day?
Okay, so I would go for the I think they're called Neapolitan types to suit everybody, like vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry.
Yep, very nice.
But after a while, those would get boring. So we would want to have unique flavors. I was thinking like just dazzled versions of those, like chocolate fudge brownie, cookie dough, and cotton candy. And we would have 6 flavors total. So if a student does not like any of those, then they could go to the Neapolitan options. And we would have an assortment of toppings ranging from cookie dough bites to mini chocolate chips to hot fudge. And a student would be limited to 1 medium-sized cup per 2 lunches. The student would have to finish their actual lunch before they got to get the ice cream.
That's a very nice rule. That's
Yeah,
a good rule.
My brother actually has a hot, ice cream machine at his school, or they have ice cream there, and it does get a little bit out of control.
Yes, Mrs. Fixx and I worked in boarding school, and we had available ice cream, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And some of the students did eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but they burned it off at sports. Okay, now this is very important because I know next to food and recess, this is a hot topic. If you were permanent head, would you make the dress code looser or would you make the dress code tighter? And do you see any difference between boys and girls with dress code?
I do see a difference. I would keep the dress code exactly the same for boys, but for girls, it would have to be a little bit more strict. You know, I'm not going to comment, but there are a lot of girls in the school who don't really follow the dress code, and I'm not calling them out. It's just like a fact that I feel like it's not as strongly reinforced as it is for the boys.
Mhm.
And I would make it tighter so that the girls would have to like have the required stuff on. It wasn't just like, oh, you get to stay in school for the day, like go home and change unless you have a far drive. I don't know. I just think I would make it a little more tight for the girls.
All right. Now, there's a surprise 2-part question, Oli. One is, do you think teachers should get to eat the ice cream in the dining room? And 2, do you think teachers get to dress down on dress down days for students?
Okay, so for the first part of the question, this may seem a little unfair, but I think the teachers shouldn't be allowed to eat the ice cream, and I have reasoning. The teachers actually, they have a great set of sweets of all types in the teacher's lounge, and trust me, I've seen.
You've seen them because you're a 5th grader.
Yeah, exactly. I walk to Mr. Merrill's classroom every time, and
Mhm.
I do see the teacher's lounge.
Yeah.
So, and they could easily bring in ice cream for themselves and for the rest of the teachers that go into the teacher's lounge.
All right. Well, how about the dress down day rule?
The teachers should be able to dress down just as much as the students. The teachers have the exact same rights as the students, and most rules should apply to them.
Good. Got it. Okay. I was thinking you've been at country school a long, long time. And when you're head for a day, are there any things you're going to do special for all the teachers who've had a hand in educating you?
We could do this over Zoom, but I thought when this is all over next year, I think it would be great to have lunch with my lower school teachers, like preschool through kindergarten, even though some of those teachers have left, and maybe even have Mrs. Knowlton there as well, because she was a really special teacher.
She is a very special teacher. Listen, Oli, I know your older brother graduated from country school and went on to Loomis Chaffee School and is doing well there. After you're head for a day and you go back to being just an ordinary 6th, 7th, or 8th grade student, are there some activities that you're looking forward to during middle school?
Actually, although some students don't like it very much. I was kind of looking forward to the independent research project in 8th grade because I have a couple ideas that are in the beta stages, but I'm pretty excited to show what I have in mind.
That's good. I love that project. So I look forward to seeing that. Okay, how about this one? When you look back on all your years on campus, are there some activities in the earlier grades that you really remember or that you wish you could do all over again because they were so fun?
Um, so this one wasn't really fun. It was just relaxing. I would bring back nap time. In
Ah,
school can be very stressful, and 20 minutes of nap time can really do something to a person. And that was really hard to give up when I moved to first grade. I would also like to have the playtime we had in kindergarten, like 30
mhm,
minutes. I don't know, of extra recess every 2 days
mhm.
instead of playtime. I would replace it for recess. I don't know. It's just good to do something out of the ordinary every once in a while.
When you're head for a day, you're going to get to do that. And even with the trial head for a day this spring, even though we're zooming, you're going to get to do some of that as well. So we look forward to it. Did your parents purchase head for a day for your brother when he was at country school, Oli?
They did not, and I don't know why. Well, it does cost a good amount of money, but my brother, I don't think he had much interest in that actually.
Ah, ah. Well, I look forward to seeing the school run so much better when you're uh, head for a day next fall and driving the golf cart. And one of the things you do get to do is order me to go to your classes and take notes for you. So I'll take very careful notes so you don't lose any academic momentum that day.
I would hope so.
Well, you've got a lot of fans. We're going to put this out for them all to see. Uh, any special messages for your friends in 5th grade when they see you practicing being head for a day?
Um, hmm. Well, I would say if we're in the fall, there might be a special treat for you. That's
Mm,
all I'm going to say.
that's very smart. You could even they suggest to you special treats. And
Ooh, that's a good idea. That's a really
yeah,
good idea.
you're the boss. You can make them bring in the special treats.
That's true,
Yeah, you should
but I like to surprise people.
just ride around in your golf cart.
Yeah.